find those of us on our phones to put them away. Because the people with their phones out don't have anything in their books. The people without their phones out are starting to have some things in their book, a lot of them. Book up, please. Okay, get your book out. It's way easier to do it on paper. You are going to need to write stuff down. I want you guys to get in the habit of writing things down. Don't try and do stuff in your head. All right. So how can we write something? Give me something. What do we got? What do we know? Or this, how about what don't we know? What's our variable? Price of the shoes. I don't like that pen. Give me this pen. So a big clue on what our variable is the question at the end. How much was the pair of shoes? That means I don't know what it is. So what variable do you want to use? X is fine. Cost of shoes. And we're going to say that was X. Okay. So if the shoes cost X dollars and I have a $10 coupon, how can I write that down? Minus 10. I have a $10 off coupon. So separate thought, if I have a different, like the same pair of shoes, and instead I take the 15% off, how can I find that? Yeah, we're going to be taken away, definitely. Discount. 0.15. How do we get 0.15? We're right. Just asking how. When we're taking percent to decimal, boink, boink, move twice. Okay? Percent. Cent, if you think cents on a dollar, there's 100 pennies in a dollar. 2 decimal places. So 0.15, are we just taking away 0.15 like that? Is that 15%? That would just be 15 cents. How do we do 15% of the cost? 0.15. What do we do with that 0.15? What if the shoes were $10? What would we be doing to find 15% of $10? Multiply it. Times that cost, right? So 0.15 times the cost of the shoes. So when we have 15%, you got to make sure we're taking that decimal place and multiplying it times the of whatever. Okay, so now I want to know, when is the discount with the coupon and the discount with the percent off the same? How can I figure out when they are the same? Set them equal, because I want to know when they're the same, when they are equal to each other. So I want to know when X minus 10 is exactly the same as my X minus 0.15 X's. So that would be how I'd set this one up. Now I want you guys to try. I want you to take another 2 minutes. Try and see if we can start to solve this. What can I do? Take 2 minutes and think about it, and then we'll talk it through. Okay, I want you to try it first. This is stuff you have done, but it's been a minute. So what can we do? How could I go about solving this? Subtract x. Yep, I can do that. I can minus x from both sides. Totally fine. That's going to give me, I'll give myself some more space here. My x and my x cancel out, so we have minus 10 equals, that one cancels out, minus 0.15x. Excellent strategy. Then what can we do? Go ahead, Mackay.
Plus 10 on both sides.
I like the instinct, but we're not going to plus 10. We only need to set it equal to 0 if we have an x squared in there, which we don't have right now. But I like that instinct. That was a great thought. Since I don't have an x squared, let's get the x by itself. So what do I need to do to get the x by itself? Divide by what? Yeah, divide by our negative 0.15, which we can absolutely do because we have calculators at our disposal. 0.15. So we're going to type that into our calculator and figure out what x is. Negative 10 divided by negative 0.15. What do we get? $66.666 repeating, blah, blah, blah. I'm putting on the 6 on there. There we go. So, context-wise, what does this mean? 66 what? We're at $66. So what is the cost going to be? How am I going to round this off? 66 point what? Careful. 67. Because money has 2 decimal places. This number is bigger than 5, so we round this one up. So it's going to cost $66.67. There we go. Those are all the words in the right order. Coming out my face. So $66.67 is what's going to stay on that sticker. So it doesn't matter which one I choose. So with the discount, how much am I going to be paying for those shoes? Yeah, after discount, we're going to be paying $57 because we can take that, or $56. That $10 off. After discount, it's $56.67. So then what I want us to think about is with that $56.67, Indiana has a sales tax of, I forget how much. I'll put it back. I was just looking at, I wrote it down and I then am doing it all on the same page. So then, this isn't written on your page, but I'm putting it down here. Indiana sales tax is 7%. How much are we going to be paying walking out the door? So the shoes on themselves, they say $66.67. That is on the sticker. We use our $10 off coupon or our 15% off discount because it gave us the same discount. So we've got $56.67 when we walk up, and then they scan it and they beep it. How did we figure that out? Yeah, 56.67 times our sales tax of, how do I put that as a decimal? 0.07. That's going to tell me what we're paying in sales tax. gonna fix that 7 just because it looks weird. So how much are we paying in sales tax? $3.97. I was just reading it over your shoulder because I couldn't hear anybody. All right, so total, how much are we paying? What's our total bill? How much is going to come off our bank account? $60.64. Is that what we said? I was like, I don't know. I haven't calculated it. I was just asking you all questions. Our total. Helps when I finish the word I'm writing. So our total is $60.64. So even with sales tax, that discount, we spend way less. Okay? So being able to calculate tax is going to be one of those things we do. Being able to find an equation in a paragraph is one of those important things. We're going to do a lot of finding equations in stories this chapter. The sales tax things is just one of those things that we have in real life that comes up a gazillion times, which means story problems. We love to use tax. Okay. So what we are going to do next, I know some of you are still writing, so I was going to leave it there. Okay. So I want you guys to write this all out, or write as much as you need. Again, I'm not going to check your notebooks. You guys do what you need to do for you. Your notebook, you do you. But just know that when we're working on stuff, it's nice to have stuff to look back on. But what we're going to do after this is, remember how I picked your partners for the thingy? And you guys took the little quiz where I don't expect you to get it right because we haven't actually talked about it yet? You're another one of those. So I have the little pre-quiz where I'm not grading it for correctness. I'm watching your brain and seeing how your brain is intuitively looking at these pieces, right? And I will match you with someone else whose brain intuitively looks at the pieces in kind of the same vibe. Okay, so I'm not grading this for correctness. I want the vibe of how your brain is working. Okay, so this is a do not stress it out situation. Give me what you got, and we're gonna go from there. Okay, so this is a don't stress it, just think it through. But this is the one where I'm gonna pick your partners for an activity, and our activity, I know it's really close to our last one, but the activity comes up a lot earlier in the chapter this time. Okay, for the card sorting activity. So, I want you to give it your best, give me what you got, and if you look at it and you go, huh, that's okay. But also, if you look at it and you go, I ain't even gonna bother, you're gonna get a partner who also goes, I ain't even gonna bother. Okay, so give me your best, but it's not going in for a grade. Okay, so that is what we're working on today. When you're done, put it in the bin. But this is what we do. Alrighty? Okay, so just give me your best ones. It's not going for grade. Not going for grade. We haven't talked about it yet. And that's cool. This is where your brain is intuitively going.